Hi, I'm Talia, and today I'm going to be reviewing Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar, his new album. And just before I do that, I should probably do some life updates and housekeeping. It's been about 4 months, I think, since I last made a video. That's because I've had a new job and I've been looking after a new puppy and everything. And yeah, but I'm back and here's a new video. Also, I got this new tattoo of my baby boy. I'm just gonna talk throughout the album sort of thing. Like, I'm just not gonna hit on every single song because I think there's 19 songs. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, so there's 18 songs on this album, so I can't go through every single one. I could, but I don't really have an opinion on every single one. So, first off, the album artwork is so pretty. I just love it. Like, the color palette, the theme, it's Kendrick and his family, and I just think it sets a really good tone for this album and what the music's gonna be like. So, I knew it was coming out soon, but I had forgotten which day it was gonna come out, and so it popped up on my Spotify that new music was coming out, and I was like, awesome, I'm gonna listen to this all on the way home from work, but first I'm gonna listen to The Heart Part 5, which I thought was gonna be on the album, but it wasn't. And that video I was not prepared for. I clicked on it and it took me a good minute or so to realize that the deep fakes were happening. If you don't know what a deep fake is, it's when you like edit and Photoshop someone else's face onto a piece of footage, and so it looks like that person is in the video. It's really well done in this video. Sometimes people do it in not so good settings, as you can imagine. But in this video, he got other celebrities' faces to be deep faked onto his body. And so, like, it took me a minute to be like, wait, is Kanye in this song? Oh, wait, no, it's a deep fake. Like, it was done really well. First off, I will say that, sonically, this album is not what I was expecting. I thought it would just be like Damn, his previous album, but it's not. So there's a lot of new sounds and like experimentation he does with the album. And the first 2 or 3 songs actually I thought were like 6 songs because I wasn't looking at my phone as they were being played. I was just kind of listening to it because the sounds change so differently throughout the songs. It kind of sounds like there's more songs than there are because, yeah, they just sound completely different. But then you look and it's like 3 songs. But I'm gonna tell you what my first favorite that like comes up in the track listing is Father Time. I really like this song. It's about not just like the essence of time, but about being a dad and what that means to Kendrick and like all that kind of like introspective thinking, which is really interesting because in Good Kid, Mad City, it's all about growing up in Compton and not so good situations. Like, he has been exposed to gang violence and things like that from a very young age. So he goes from that, and then he has a whole album sort of about the black experience, or his black experience, I guess. I can't relate to it, obviously, but To Pimp a Butterfly is one of my favorite albums. It's one of the best albums I've ever heard, and it's Kendrick's best album, easily. So, yeah, it's kind of like, not like musically, but it just feels like it's kind of the next step. So, like, you go from growing up to his experience and to what he's going through now, sort of thing, and what he's been going through. Then, another song that took me by complete surprise was We Cry Together, and there's a girl called Taylor Page in it. I didn't know who this was. Apparently she's not a rapper, she's a actress. And this song, even though it's a rap, it feels more like a spoken word because it's kind of toxic relationship and one of them will like verbally abuse the other and then the other person takes turns and it's rhyming and they're both like jabbing at each other, and I haven't been in that situation specifically, but I've been in a bad enough relationship where I can completely understand how, like, you just lose it. Oh, and at the beginning of the song, Florence Welch, she has like a little intro bit, which I really thought was cool, because I was like, Florence on a Kendrick song, that's strange. Then there was the Savior interlude and Savior, the song, and I gotta pull up the lyrics on here. There's this part here where it goes, you ever seen your mum strung out while you divided division? Your uncle ever stole you from the day after Christmas? Seen both of those in the country jail visits, the 1st and 15th, the only religion. Like, there's just... sometimes you see things or things happen to you that you can't comprehend until you're an adult, and then it's like, that shouldn't have happened, and you have to come to terms with it and, like, really work through it. And this next song I like, but there are controversies on Twitter about it. It's called Auntie Diaries, and it's about his auntie who's a lesbian, and he had to grow up trying to navigate what that means. There's a few slurs in here that I'm not going to repeat. He's not calling anyone the slurs, he's saying other people called his auntie these slurs. You can guess what they are, but yeah, there is that conversation that comes up a lot, and it's like, obviously slurs are bad and you shouldn't say them, but are you allowed to say slurs if you're referencing someone else say them? Like, if you're saying this person said this, are you allowed to say it? I think it's all about context, but then he does make a good point that, like, he addresses this in the song. It's like, he's saying the F slur, but then certain word that he says a lot that I can't say, obviously, he mentions this in the song, but there was once a situation where he got a fan on stage to rap, and she said the N-word, and she's a white girl, and he was like not happy with it, and neither was the crowd, but it's a weird situation because he knew what she was going to rap and let her on stage, but also she should know better not to say that. But then it's a rap song that, you know what I mean, like, it's very complicated, but and then the rest of the album comes and goes, and it's really good, but I don't have as many points on it. So yeah, I didn't go through every single song because there's 18 of them, and because that would take a long time, and I don't have an opinion on every single song, really. But yeah, this album is solid. Yeah, I would give it an 8.5, okay? That might be controversial, I don't know. But yeah, and I still don't think Kendrick Lamar has topped To Pimp a Butterfly. Honestly, I'm not sure if he'll be able to do that for a long time, because it has radio hits, it has a, like, massive message, there's a lot of, like, clever lyrics, and between each song there's, like, different interlude passages and, like, things that connect each song to each other. This album is a masterpiece. It's, like, really, really good, and I will listen to it a lot, but the thing about it is there's not really any radio hits. Like, it's more just like an album you have to listen to all the way through. Like, there's not really many songs you can pick out and just play. So I think that's the only issue when it comes to the success of this album. The thing is, though, I don't think that, like, I think that was kind of Kendrick's intention, though he hasn't made an album in a few years, and I think he just needed to get this out. It's kind of how Lorde said that Solar Power, like, she didn't really need it to be successful or not, and it has a lot of mixed opinions, and so she just needed to release it, and I think this is what Kendrick's doing too. Ooh. And as we finish this review, we got a friend here. Thank you for watching. If you have any reviews or anything you want me to talk about in the future, leave a comment. Clover has an Instagram, it's cloverjrt, and my links and everything will be in the description, so thank you for watching. Bye!